Steve and Jill here.
Hello.
Welcome to the House Academy show today. Entertaining real estate investment talk. I'm Stephen Jack Butella.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from sunny Southern California.
Today, Jill and I talk about tracking foreclosure data on DataTree.
Oh, exciting.
This is what we'll call a Steve show. Every time Jill and I do a show, somebody says, I love how much you guys horse around and crack each other up. And then someone else says, can you really just talk about real estate, please? All you guys do is horse around. So it's 50-50. This show, for all you real estate people who want to know about real estate, that's what this is about.
Yay.
Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the houseacademy.com online community. It's free.
Little pom-poms. Okay. Brandon wrote, if you find that you either want to lower your offer's price that was in your purchase agreement, or even decide not to purchase a property based on a variety of factors, is there a potential legal liability from that?
No.
For example, the seller's upset because you sent a purchase agreement with an offer and they accepted it, but you backed out and now they want to come after you legally in some way.
Not
this
possible.
Is funny. Also, how do you justify changing your offer price to them? Okay, let me talk to the first one real quick first. If you use our template example, which we talked about the other day, you can find it on offers and the number 2 owners.com, which is our direct mail company. Get these offers out so cheap. Anyway, if you use ours, there's like 4 or 5 different clauses in there. And one of them really kind of says, look, I reserve the right to back out at any time for any reason. Basically, like I just don't like it or I don't like you.
Yeah.
So that's in there. And then the second thing is, now how do I, thank you, you're welcome. But I do like you.
I like you too.
Most days.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
That's good. Okay. Yeah, I love working from home a lot with you.
Isn't it amazing?
And our kids here too. Yay.
Just what pleases women will forever amaze me.
Okay.
This is not consistent.
Okay.
One day they really like you, another day, nope.
Oh, well, I'll tell you, there's usually something that triggered that. So if you can backstep and figure out what that is, every day will be I like you day.
So you know what she didn't say is all you got to do is X, and every single day, there will be no problem at all, because that's what men want.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll give you. There's a couple of things, and I can help you out with that on another time. Maybe not here.
I say just do it here.
No.
Yeah, because the rest of the show is going to be like all about data.
All right. You really want to know?
I do.
Okay.
On behalf of all men,
all right.
I want to know.
Okay, you know what? Well, I generally wake up happy, and I want you to wake up happy also.
Okay, check.
Okay.
That's it?
Well, no, that was the first one. That's not. I'm just getting started. You think that's it?
Oh, Jill. Okay, go ahead. Now it becomes a moving target.
Now you know why I said, are you sure you want to know? You should have said, never mind. But that was your fault.
Okay, go ahead.
Honestly, that sets the tone. How about this? If I had to pick one thing, that would be it. Because if you generally wake up happy, or if you're not happy, at least you keep it to yourself and squash it down. So I don't have to hear it over coffee. And we're going to have a good day.
Okay. Wake up happy. Squash your feelings down.
Yep. Squash them way down.
What else?
And, how about just don't complain about things people aren't doing?
Okay. So I see a theme here.
Yeah.
Be positive.
Yeah, that's kind of it.
At all costs.
Other than that, I don't care. I really don't care what mess you make in the kitchen. Seriously. I don't care if you eat all the last eggs. I'm serious. I don't care about that.
It's a good talk, Jill.
If we run out of coffee, last time I checked, I can get even that delivered today. So no problem. Thank you. That's my list.
Wow.
There you go.
Oh, that's easy.
Okay. Back to Brandon's thing. So, and you know what? If you haven't been in this situation, by the way, where someone backed out an offer boy, lucky you, because I've had been on the other end. So the same with Brandon. I can back out. That guy can back out too. I could be full on in escrow, and the seller says, "Oh, my wife's sick," or I don't know, make up any excuse du jour, and then try and sell it to his brother. He can do that.
So this is part of our business model.
Mhm.
So it's a good question. It hasn't come up lately. It's written right into the agreement. You're going to get, if you're brand new at this and you haven't sent a mailer out, be prepared for this. You're going to get several signed offers that are sent back, and you're going to get a lot of people calling you saying, "Yeah, I want to do this deal." And then you go look at the deal. This confuses a lot of people in the real estate business. It's a question that I get from real estate professionals when they find out what we do and why we live on the beach. They say, "What do you mean?" You're like, because it's in reverse. They're used
That's
to looking
true.
at a deal and seeing if they want to buy it.
And making an offer.
Right. Our way
Yeah.
is to make an offer on everything and then see which ones come back, and we'll see if we want to buy it. So,
Exactly.
you might get 10 purchase agreements back on a single mailing.
And you
Signed.
buy 3.
You buy 2 or 3.
Yeah,
That's right.
that's
20
exactly
or
it.
30%. And that's
'Cause-
part of it. So, and every once in a while somebody comes back and says, and it's usually on the worst property there ever was. No one's ever going to buy it. Not just you, no one, for any price. I'm going to sue you. You said you're going to buy this for $13,000. No, it says right in there, that fourth thing, it says we reserve the right not to buy this for any reason.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay. So then his second thing is, okay, so that's great. Now, how do you justify changing your offer price after sending an offer? I'm good at this one. This happens a lot. In other words, on what grounds are you using for backing out the offer and renegotiating? Whatever grounds there really are. So, would it be good to put in a clause in the purchase agreement, such as the buyer reserves the right to amend the offer based on information found in due diligence, etc.? Thanks. I don't think you need to do that. That just happens. So how I do that, Brian or Brandon, it happens all the time. And it's happening now because offers I sent, or Steven sent that I get calls on that are, more than 90 days old. I'm going, ugh. I mean, look at the market right now. And they know it when they call you back. Whether is this a house show or a land show? It's house, especially houses, by the way.
Yeah.
I can't open my email any moment in the day and not find between Realtor and Redfin or Zillow or something back on market and price reduced and, things like that. So they know and they expect that, yeah, I know you offered, they're hoping that you're going to still pay $250,000. They know now it's probably 220, maybe whatever. They don't know what you're going to say. So they're ready for it. And all you do is have that open, upfront conversation with them. Don't hide behind it. Just come out and say, you know what? Shucks. I wish we weren't in the situation that we're in right now today. And you know what? 90 days ago I would have paid $250,000. But but I'm sure you're watching it as I am too. Every day things are changing and there's a little bit of uncertainty. So here's what I am certain of. I feel really good at this price because of this, and because of this. And that's it. And tell them the reasons why. 1, your days on market in that area are going up. 2, I thought you guys were, I thought this property had X attribute and it turns out it doesn't. Or now you told me you need a new roof. Okay, I got to factor that in because this is the house show. All those things. And they go, yeah, okay, you're right.
Every offer we send out has an expiration date. It's usually 30 days-ish from the time that I think it's going to hit their doorstep. And so if that expires and they're calling you back, and that's going to happen a lot during this downturn, one of the first things they say is, "Hey, I got a letter from you a couple months ago for $180,000 in this house. Is that still good? I noticed it expired." No, it's not still good.
But let me see what I can do.
I'm going to look at it.
Yeah. And see what I would do.
I definitely want to buy your house. So
I'm interested.
I'm totally interested in buying your house. I need to take a look at it, and I'll get back with you real soon. Maybe like in 10 minutes.
There you go.
They expect it.
Exactly. Don't be afraid to have these conversations. Never assume how they're going to react, and just speak to them how you want to be spoken to. Just be honest.
Today's topic: tracking foreclosure data on DataTree. This is why you're listening.
This is why I'm sleeping.
DataTree.
I'm just kidding.
Is an amazing tool.
Yeah.
and you get it. We're licensed providers for DataTree. DataTree is owned by First American Title, and it's one of 3 major data companies where you can generate tons of offers. So
One that we share with our members. They have
Yeah.
nationwide access
Mhm.
to. Sorry.
DataTree is excellent at providing foreclosure data and mortgage data, better than the other two, better than Title Pro and better than RealQuest Pro. Although those 2 entities, we keep them around for a reason, but this is about houses and mortgages and foreclosure data. This show is. So generally, we say when you do a house mailer, please remove all mortgages, all houses that have mortgages on it, because we can't get a house for real cheap, way worse, way less than it's worth when it's all leveraged up. And I just find there are some people in a group, people in our membership group that they do it, they send it anyway, and they buy houses. So that's just not our thing. So I'm kind of talking out of both sides of my mouth, and here's why: where there's foreclosures, there's good real estate deals. There's a lot of variance. So when there's a lot of foreclosures in certain zip codes, it's an indicator for me that there's a huge price drop, and people are they're like willing to walk away from their houses because they have this perception that it's just never going to be. It's going to take years for this thing to come back, or whatever the reasons are. Maybe they all work in a restaurant right now, and it's a lower priced zip code. This is very common in West Phoenix, and so they just can't pay that mortgage. So where that's happening, there's also people. It's bringing the value of all the houses down in the area, including the ones with no mortgages. So it's an incredibly powerful tool to use and track about how and why and where to send out mail.
Mm-hmm.
So what you do is you go to DataTree and you type in the zip code that you want. You get a count, and you go to the bottom, the very bottom. We went through this last week on the Thursday House Academy call, the weekly webinar that we do. You go to the bottom, and you click on how many foreclosures there are in a zip code, and you look at each of the zip codes next before you send out mail, like we always do. Pit them against each other, and the one that's got a lot of foreclosures in it is going to be a darn good candidate for you to send out mail. Here's the other thing: not only can you just find out the foreclosures there, you can find out how much leverage they have. You know, there are some properties now. Right now, this situation's common. A person's been living in their house for 15 years. They have a 30-year mortgage. It's theoretically paid down pretty substantially. So on a $200,000 house, maybe they have $100,000 left of mortgage that the principal they have to pay down. But they lost their job and they just can't pay. You can in DataTree find this out on every single house. You can say, I only want properties that have 50% of their value, or if there's only 20% left on the mortgage that they have to pay down. That's an incredible opportunity for you, especially with NeighborScoop now, because you can get their phone number real fast. Call them and say, I don't want you to go through this foreclosure process. I want you to get some money. So you've got 20% left on your mortgage. How about I pay you 80% of what the property's worth right now? And you win. You don't have to go through a foreclosure situation. I win because I get the property for cheaper than it's worth right now. And let me help you out. And a tremendous number of people respond to that favorably.
Mm-hmm.
The typical person is not in the real estate business. I'm guilty of this. I just think everybody's like, Joe, everybody just understands all these words and these phrases. When I say this to normal people, they're cross-eyed about it. Like they don't even know what a foreclosure is. They don't know what equity is. They don't know, when I say 20% left on a loan of equity value, they just hang their head and walk away like it's just
We
they're not in
kind
this
of know
business.
people in the business that aren't that bright too.
There's a bunch of engineers if 2 engineers get together and start talking, they're going to lose me in the first 10 seconds of the conversation. So it just happens to be the business that we're in. It's the same way with these homeowners. You have to really treat them with respect and explain to them about what's going to happen and how you can help and earn their trust, because they're not in a happy place. They're going to lose their house. And they don't need some guy like me calling them and saying it's going to be all better. They don't believe you. So, and maybe you don't even understand this. I don't know. Jill gets it. She has to listen to my crap all the time. That's why.
But if you wake up happy,
Tracking for and nice come around. Tracking foreclosure data on DataTree is glorious if you're a data person. You should drop what you're doing. If you're in the House Academy group, log on and check it out. It's amazing.
happy you could join us today. The House Academy show is where we are, where we be, where you can find us every Tuesday and Thursday. And every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we were over on the Land Academy show. I goofed that all up.
That's okay.
Thanks.
Tomorrow, the episode on the Land Academy show is called Be Careful What You Wish For. It's coming. You are not alone in your real estate ambition.
Tomorrow, Friday? I guess it
Yeah.
is. I got to think about that.
The cheapest property you will probably ever see in your lifetime is coming.
Oh, I'm excited.
Me too. It turns out you're in the business anyway.
We should talk about that. That would be kind of fun. Don't say it now. But I'd like you to share what the cheapest you've spent on a property. It's like our friend buying Ford instead of coffee.
Yes.
So yeah, we'll talk about that tomorrow. The House Academy show remains commercial free for you, our loyal listener. So wherever you're watching, wherever you're listening, please subscribe and rate us there. We are Steve and Jill.
Information.
And inflammation.
Inflammation? Information and inflammation to buy undervalued property.